Item Number: SCP-908. Object Class: Safe. Special Containment Procedures: the vicinity of each location of SCP-908 is to be patrolled by a marine vessel crewed and equipped in accordance with the specifications in Document 908.2321.AE4C. Audio and video monitoring equipment are to be placed on the islet and repaired and replaced as necessary. Description: SCP-908 is a partially submerged rocky islet. The exposed rock above the waterline measures approximately 30 meters in length and 25 meters in width, and rises to a height of approximately 22 meters above the waterline. The rock is composed of granite. The vertical rock face contains carved inscriptions in the Old Ge'ez script, which are too eroded to read clearly but appear to indicate that the rock was visited by Ethiopians in the 4th or 5th century BCE. Near the waterline, there is also carved glyphs that resemble the Oracle bone script used in Shang Dynasty China, but the weathering of the carvings indicates that they were added relatively recently, probably within the past 2 centuries. The only macroorganisms inhabiting the islet are various lichens and small mollusks, although portions of the islet are also covered with seabird guano. The islet is a geographical anomaly. It is located in several different places at once. The islet's collocation properties extend to objects in physical contact or close physical proximity to the islet. Investigations have shown that at present the islet is concurrently located at the following terrestrial locations: Southwestern Indian Ocean, Lake Tana, Ethiopia, Ungavi Bay, northern Quebec, Sea of Okhotsk, near Sakhalin Island, Gulf of Bothnia, approximately 30 kilometers west of mainland Finland, Lake Superior, approximately 100 kilometers northeast of Duluth, Minnesota. The islet also appears to be located at least one non-terrestrial location. See test log. Atmospheric and water temperatures and the salinity of the surrounding water remain relatively consistent regardless of the time of day or year that the islet is visited, or the point of origin from which it is approached. The islet is also typically surrounded by a mist or fog which, even under the best lighting conditions, limits visibility to no more than 40 to 50 meters. Lighting conditions vary, at unpredictable intervals, from a condition comparable to a foggy overcast day to total darkness. SCP-908 Test Log. Reference 1. Dr. Patel. Experiment. Islet approached by boat from the Ethiopian mainland. Distinctive medallion, 0.8 kilograms in mass, placed on the islet. Islet approached by helicopter from Quebec. Relative to islet's topography, the medallion was in the same position. Reference 2. Dr. Patel. Experiment. Islet approached by boat from Quebec. Shortwave radio transmitter placed on islet and activated, broadcasting coded homing signal. Triangulation of the homing signals resulted in the identification of the 6 locations of the islet, described in the description section of this document. Reference 3. Dr. Patel. Islet concurrently approached by boats from Ethiopia and Wisconsin. When both boats were within 60 meters of the Ethiopian and Lake Superior locations, the boats' crews were able to visually identify each other. Reference 4. Dr. Patel. Islet concurrently approached by boats from Ethiopia with Agent aboard and Wisconsin. Boats met and Agent boarded the boat that had originated in Wisconsin. Boats returned to their respective points of origin. Agent experienced no anomalous effects other than the rapid transit between the points. Reference 5. Dr. Patel. Islet concurrently approached by boats from Kamchatka with Agent aboard carrying a GPS device, and Quebec. Boats met and Agent boarded the boat that had originated in Quebec. At this point, Agent GPS device indicated a location near the islet Sea of Okhotsk location. Boats returned to their respective points of origin. Upon leaving the islet's area of effect, the GPS device carried by Agent on the boat headed for Quebec ceased functioning for several minutes, following which it indicated a location near Quebec. Reference 6. Dr. Patel. Islet concurrently approached by boats from Ethiopia and Wisconsin, with each boat unspooling a telecommunications cable anchored to the boat's port of origin. Boats met within 20 meters of islet and telecommunications cables joined. Cable functioned as normal, except for the much shorter than normal transmissions time for wired communications between those points. Reference 7. Dr. Garcia. Islet approached by boat from the Kamchatka Peninsula. Audio and video recording equipment installed at islet to monitor islet's conditions for 33 consecutive days. No remarkable activity except for occasional visits by birds of diverse origins. Reference 8. Dr. Garcia. Islet approached by boat from Quebec, South Africa, and Ethiopia. Dye released in surrounding water and colored smoke released into atmosphere. Observation of dye and smoke indicates that the co-location phenomena appears to be limited to an irregularly shaped volume, approximately 80 meters in radius, roughly centered on the rock. Reference 9. Dr. Patel. Islet approached by boat from South Africa. Audio and video recording equipment installed at Islet. On day 29 after installation of equipment, unknown individuals, presumably human, remove equipment. Agent approaches Islet by helicopter from South Africa to investigate, and finds that in place of the equipment, the individuals have left baskets containing fruits, jade trinkets, and a handwritten note, containing undecipherable lettering resembling letters in the Armenian alphabet, but not corresponding to any known words. Reference 10. Dr. Garcia. Islet approached by boat from South Africa. Rock sample drilled from Islet. Upon analysis, granite found to be unremarkable. Hole left by sample drilling is apparent on all subsequent visits to the islet, regardless of the location from which it is visited. Reference 11. Dr. Patel. Islet approached by boat from Wisconsin. Personnel D-2341 left at Islet with audio and video recording and broadcast equipment and 6 months provisions. 31 days after experiment commences, signal from Islet is cut, and AV broadcasting equipment is damaged. Agent approaches Islet by boat from Wisconsin to investigate, recovers damaged equipment, and reports that personnel D-2341 is missing. Scraps of D-2341's uniform remain, with residue of D-2341's blood and a blood-like substance not corresponding to any known organism. Reference 12. Dr. Patel. Islet approached by boat from Wisconsin. Boat remains on site for 118 days. No remarkable activity except for that on day 91 a canoe-like vessel approximately 4 meters in length and crewed by 3 or 4 individuals, presumably human, with East Asian facial features and clad in animal skins briefly approached the boat, shouted something unintelligible, and hurriedly paddled away. Reference 13. Dr. Garcia. Agents approached the islet by boat from Wisconsin. On day 46, boat is struck by torpedo, which fails to detonate. Torpedo resembles Kriegsmarine design, but incorporates modern guidance and drive systems. Footnote 1. A connection between this torpedo and SCP-1142 has been theorized, due to the similar designs between the two. Reference 14. Dr. Garcia. Agents approached the islet by boat from Wisconsin. On day 77, boat is attacked and destroyed by large aquatic creature of unknown origin. Thank you all for watching, and a special thanks to all my patrons. If you want to help support this channel, go ahead and visit my Patreon for early access to videos, skip recommendations, and other Patreon benefits.